Have you ever wondered what happens the moment you type youtube.com in your browser? Your computer does not actually know where YouTube server is, and that's where DNS comes in. DNS stands for Domain Name System. Imagine you want to call a friend, you know their name, but your phone needs their mobile number. And similarly, the browser. Human remembers the domain name like youtube.com, but your computer communicates using the IP address like this. So DNS converts the domain name into IP address. But how does this actually happens? Let's walk through it. Step 1 is browser. You type youtube.com and hit enter. First, browser checks it on DNS cache. Have I looked this up recently? If not, it is a miss, and the request moves on. Step 2 is OS DNS cache. Next, your operating system's stub resolver checks its local cache. Still no match, another miss. Then the recursive DNS resolver. Now the request goes out to a recursive DNS resolver, usually run by your internet service provider or a public one like Google DNS. This resolver's job is to find the answer on your behalf. Now, walking on DNS hierarchy. The resolver starts at the top and works its way down. It asks a root DNS server. It asks a root DNS server which basically says, I don't know the IP but ask the .com TLD server. The resolver then asks the .com TLD server and the TLD server says, I don't know the IP either but here is YouTube's authoritative DNS server. Finally, the resolver asks that authoritative DNS server for youtube.com something like ns1.google.com and gets the real answer YouTube's IP. Cache, step 7 is caching the answer. The resolver sends back the IP address back to your computer, and along the way the resolver, your OS and even the browser stores a copy of it. This is called TTL, time to live. As long as the TTL has not expired, the next lookup for youtube.com skips the entire TLD authoritative chain and just reuses the cached answer. Step 8 is connecting. Now that your browser has the IP address, it connects directly to YouTube's web server and sends an HTTP request and the page loads. In brief, DNS is the system that translates human-friendly domain names into machine-friendly IP address.